men especially, or anyone interested in changing their lives, period. Especially ex-cons, people in recovery, and anyone seeking direction for their lives. We host this mentoring class every single Thursday at 7 p.m., where I teach everything that I've learned in the last 24 years about life change and what it really takes to change your life. That's what I do every single Thursday, free of charge, here in these rooms. If you like what you hear tonight and would like to learn more about what we do here at the Choose to Change Foundation, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and join us every single Thursday at 7. Easy stuff. Where you will always be inspired, challenged, and equipped for what? Life change, success, and fulfillment. That's what I'm all about. So that's why I'm here. So I'm glad you're here. So, couple of things, just a couple of announcements before I get started. We're trying to build, I'm buying new equipment. We have a new amp back there. We have a mic now, so people that are going to ask questions, if you're going to ask questions, we're going to give you a mic, because what happens is that before we couldn't hear you on the videos, or if they're watching us online, they couldn't hear you. So now we have a mic. So thanks to our contributions here, little by little, it's building. We get it's for this. This is what it's for. It's for our meetings, for what we do. So what's going to happen is we're starting to build a following, a stronger following on Facebook and on YouTube. We're streaming this live on Facebook and YouTube. So what I'm going to do is we're trying to build a following and a support system for not only the people here, but the people that support us, like our mothers, our fathers, our parents, or just people who believe in what we're doing. So this class, those of you watching us right now, are we live only on Facebook, or where are we live, Daniel? On YouTube. So what's going to happen? And we're live on the private Facebook group, and or just to Choose to Change.
Right now it's just
Okay. So what's going to happen is that we're going to go live only on the private Facebook group. The private Facebook group is called Believing in the Impossible. If you go to Facebook and you put in there Believing in the Impossible, you'll find it. Or I think you go to groups, finding groups on Facebook. And what you want to do is join. Anybody, if you're watching, that's what you want to do if you want to hear what's going on here in this class. Other than that, I'll be posting things on our Choose to Change Facebook group, where things that we're doing, we have events planned this year. I'm joining the Chamber of Commerce, both in Edinburgh and McAllen, to promote the Choose to Change Foundation. We're going back into the parole office with flyers and a poster to bring in more men who are interested in changing their lives. So I'm doing more to help us grow as a group. But the number one thing is that there's people out there that want to change their lives. There really is. It's like a church, right? There's people out there that need God. They need God. And some of them know they do, and some of them don't know yet. So if you're here tonight, or you're watching me online, while I'm on the issue of God, if you're sitting here tonight or you're watching online and you want to change your life, I mean, like you have something inside of you that says, I want to change my life. You need to thank God for that, right? You really, really need to thank God for that. Because not everybody gets to that crossroads. They don't. They just keep on going to the bitter end. And that's just a fact. Let me turn off my phone. So we're doing what we can to build an organization of Choose the Changers. And I'm here to do that. That's what I live for. That's what I'm here for. Those of you who don't know my story, you can read more on our Choose the Change website about why I started what I do, why I do what I do. You could also, now that I'm on that subject, get my book called Dead Man Walking, How I Went from Convict and Drug Addict to CEO and International Speaker. You didn't know I had a book, right? Okay, just making sure. But now everybody else knows. And I sell these for $10. I don't make money on these books. Everything goes to the Choose the Change Foundation. And if you want to know my story, then it's in a book. So I think that's all the announcements I have today. Are you all ready? All right. I want to share something really quick, really simple. Something I call, who sold you on that plan? Who sold you on that plan? One of my favorite mentors that I've learned a lot from, Jim Rohn, he was talking about success and overcoming in life, and what he said was, he's able to define and express some very profound messages in very simple terms. So he was expressing how success works. And here's what he said. He said, success is simply a few simple disciplines practiced every day. That's it. Man, that's pretty good. A few simple disciplines practiced every day. And in case you didn't understand that, he went on and explained failure. Just to help you understand a little bit more. And they said failure is simply a few simple errors in judgment practiced every day. A few simple errors, bad decisions, bad choices, bad habits. Practice when? That's what I want to talk about today. What do you practice every day? I want to talk about lifestyle today. Is really what I want to talk about. And how to get started on the right track, or how to get back on track, or how to build from where you are already, right? Because we all want a better life, right? I pulled up some pictures. And I thought I'd show a few pictures of, to start getting your mind going on what kind of lifestyle do you want, right? There's a lot of people that never really thought about this. What kind of lifestyle do you want? Just some pictures, different kind of people. Do you have the pictures? Yeah. So, we all see, if you see a guy in a suit and, he's a professional. He's our governor, right? I think he's our governor. Isn't that Abbott? Yeah. I guess I know a little bit. I want you to just, as you view these pictures, go ahead. Just think about your life. Just the lifestyle that you would like. I mean, look at that guy. People get there. How do you go from, why do people wind up there and others wind up here? That's the dilemma. That's the mystery of life. Hungry and homeless. Next. Navy SEALs. Man, they went out and did something. They want to do something. There's a certain lifestyle you have to live in order to get there. Have a certain lifestyle. Next. I just want to show different lifestyles. Preacher. There's some preachers in here. Some men that want to be preachers, others that are preachers. We have a certain lifestyle that we live, right? Next. School teachers. Lifestyles. That's what I want to talk about today. Lifestyle. What kind of lifestyle do you have? Next. CEO, businessmen. Anybody know who that is? Tesla. The crazy guy. Yeah, the crazy guy. That's why he's so out there. You got to take some risks, right, Daniel? Yeah. That's right. Take some risks. Elon Musk. That's Elon Musk. Be a business CEO, billionaire. Hey, why not? Lifestyle. Go ahead. Actor. Come on. You know who, by the way, you know who that guy is? Anybody? That's right. Who knew that he went to prison? He went to prison. He went to rehab, he went to prison before he was famous. That's kind of like what I want to talk about today. But he decided he wanted a new lifestyle. Made a choice. It's a pretty powerful story, actually. Next. Look at that guy. I remind you of anybody, Daniel? I mean, I'm not crying, I'm just wondering, maybe. Lifestyle. Next. Truck driver, over the road, vámonos. Rudy. Next. Ándale. Lifestyle. Chow time. Let me out of here. Visiting hours. Man, ¿cómo sabes? Ahí estaba la línea. Lifestyle, man. Next. Just next one. Mira ese. I don't think that's a Topo Chico. That's a lifestyle right there. Getting home from work, watching TV till you fall asleep, drinking a beer. It's a lifestyle. Next one. And that's it. So let's start with some questions. What kind of lifestyle are you living today? Are you okay with the lifestyle you have today? Another question. What kind of lifestyle would you like to live? In other words, if you could start over, if you had the choice, right? What kind of lifestyle would you like? What kind of lifestyle would you choose? In these rooms, by the way, did you know you already chose your lifestyle? You already chose it. Didn't even know it. In these rooms, I talk about life change. I have a little formula that I've put together and throughout the years that I've learned about life and how to change your life. I put it up here: the desire, faith, mindset, your attitude, habits, lifestyle, which is what I want to talk about today. And all this little formula, we can add, we can make plus and then plus and then plus and then plus, plus, or actually right here it starts going to equals and then equals. Because you can ask yourself, how in the world, have you ever been in a situation, brother, anybody here? Have you ever been in a situation where you're like, how in the world did I get here? Again. How in the world did I get here? This was not my plan. People in prison, right? Sitting in their bunk, crying at night, wondering. I mean, you didn't wake up one morning and say, I think I'll go to prison today. I didn't. You know what? I think I'll be a drug addict from now on. I think I'll go rob a few stores. Well, I did do that, but I didn't plan to get caught. Right? We don't plan this stuff. But did you know you can plan your lifestyle? Man, when I found that out, brother, man, blew me away. I didn't know. I had no idea. What? I can change? Really? Serious. Why do you think I call this choose to change? In prison. In the lowest time of my life, where I thought there was no hope for me, when I thought my life was over, when I would rather have killed my worthless self. Started thinking. Everything I do, choose to change, believing in the impossible, it's something I did. I literally had to do that. I forced myself. I literally forced myself. That's what we have to do when we're young. To believe in the impossible. To believe that I can achieve. To believe that my life can change. To believe that my life could actually mean something. That I could actually do something with my life. It's hard to believe, isn't it? Or is it just me? It's hard to believe. But when I found out that you can choose, Jesus gives us that choice too. Did you know that? The gospel teaches us about choosing. If you know anything about the Bible, Jesus went about teaching and preaching and healing. He went all about the cities, teaching, preaching, and healing to anybody who wanted it. He offered you a choice everywhere you went. Your lifestyle, it's built on what you do on a consistent basis, daily. What you do every day is your lifestyle. You know, if you were like that last picture we saw, a guy that goes to work, comes home, pops up with a cold one, and just watches Netflix till he falls asleep. If you're that kind of guy, where do you think your life is going to wind up? Nowhere. Well, in prison, maybe. Well, maybe not. I thought moving safe in the sofa. I remember friends of mine would say, Nambe, and I actually know people who got one DWI, just one. And they never drank again on the streets. True story. But man, they could guzzle them down, and they would, after work, every day, at home. That's their lifestyle. They didn't get them nowhere. Hard worker. But what you do on a consistent basis is the results you're going to get. Does that make sense? Just look at this closer. In other words, your lifestyle is built on habits, which is the one before lifestyle here. See? So, what I would like to do today, in the next few minutes, is just pinpoint. Let's get some answers. Just pinpoint some new habits that you will have to develop in order to change your lifestyle. How's that? Right? Because the reason I'm doing this is because in my mind, there's a lot to talk about, but as I was thinking about this, I was putting this together, I wanted to make it as simple as possible, because that's my mind. I need simplicity. Just tell me, A, B, C. And don't make it multiple choice. Real simple, you know. How do I do this? So that's how we're gonna do today. Real simple. Does anybody have a question or a comment before we move on pinpointing a few new habits that we must develop for life change? Anybody? No? I wanted to use my new mic, man. I have a new mic, so when you ask a question, people can hear you. Oh, there you go. Mike, what happened to my mic guy? There he is. It's not going to sound, it's just for
Yep. So you said basically, you know, how we can have new lifestyles. And what I found a lot, the hardest thing is that a lot of people will start, you know, coming and maybe, you know, they'll start coming to church or maybe choose to change or whatever it is. And they'll try it for a little bit and maybe, let's say, a week or two. And after that, you know, they either fall off or whatever. And what I've learned, and there's a thing out there called the 21-day challenge. Mm-hmm. And so what I'll challenge people a lot is to, hey, why don't you try doing this consistently for, you know, I don't do 21 days. I tell them, you know, 3 months. do it consistently for 3 months, coming to church, coming to Choose to Change, coming to the outreaches, coming to, you know, just everything that church has, everything that, you know, all the programs we have and everything. And over time, you'll begin to develop that new lifestyle, you know, because when I got saved, I had a lifestyle that, you know, was like that guy with the pills, you know, that guy that just sat on the couch. And, you know, TJ even remembers, man, I'd be out there just smoking, you know, and just look like a zombie. And that was my lifestyle, you know, just every day waking up, doing drugs. And so I got saved, and I just got involved in everything. And slowly but surely, my lifestyle changed. And, you know, it's the hardest part is to do it consistently. But if you challenge yourself to say, you know what, I'm going to commit myself for 3 months or whatever, and you'll slowly begin to see your lifestyle change.
So, I did not talk about what I was going to teach today. I did not tell him. We did not discuss it. Keep that in mind. Okay? It's interesting you say 90 days. It's interesting you say challenge. It's interesting you say getting involved. Get the video ready, brother. Get the video ready, brother. So, as we talk about lifestyle and change, I saw this little video. I was looking up some videos, and I thought I'd show you this little video to illustrate what you just explained. So I'm going to tell you what, like Pastor says, man, you have the mind of God. So let's look at this little video. He's talking about changing his life, changing habits, and what it takes. He talks about it takes commitment. So let's see what this little video teaches us.
Ever learn in your life. And no, it's not something like meditate, exercise, or get up early. This is something that I have not heard anyone talk about. And I'm going to tell you what it is by sharing with you a quick 2-minute story. This is Tom, and Tom has told himself that 2019 is going to be the year where he finally gets his life together.
Finally
so on
gonna do
New
it.
Year's Eve of 2018, he sits down and he writes out all of his New Year's resolutions, and he writes things like exercise, eat healthy, and get up early. And as Tom is writing all of this down, he is getting really excited, and he can almost feel all the newfound energy that he's going to have. And he even becomes proud of himself just for thinking of doing all these things. So the new year comes around, and Tom starts off really strong. He's working out, he's getting up early, and he looks and feels a lot better. But one day, after a long day at work, he didn't really feel like going to the gym. It's not good to work out when you were tired, Tom would tell himself. So he decided to go home. And when he got home, he didn't really feel like eating that big bowl of salad. What he felt like eating was a great big juicy burger. And again, Tom told himself that, you know what, I've been working really hard over the past few weeks. I deserve a day off. And that's exactly what he took for himself. And over the next few weeks, Tom's good habits started to slow down. He started to sleep in a little bit. He would skip a gym session here and there. And then fast forward another few weeks, and almost all of Tom's good habits are gone. And he basically ended up exactly where he started. Personally, I can totally relate with Tom, and I'm guessing at least some of you probably can too. And the question is, why did Tom not stick with his good new habits? And the main reason why Tom and why most people don't stick with good new positive habits is because they don't possess the most important habit, which is something called commitment. And the definition of commitment is an engagement or obligation that restricts freedom of action. So that means you no longer have the freedom to do anything else once you commit to something. So you might be asking yourself, well, how do I really get this commitment thing? And there honestly isn't a really simple answer to this, but the best answer that I can give you is that you have to just think long and hard about what you are committing to. I'll give you an example. Let's say you currently lift weights 2 times per month, and you tell yourself that you want to start to work out more. Most people in this situation will say, I am going to go to the gym 3 times per week from now on. Now, this may not seem like a ton, but this is actually a 600% increase from going to the gym 2 times per month to 12 times per month. And it's this drastic change that makes it really hard to stay committed. So this is what I would recommend. Instead of going to the gym 3 times per week, try going to the gym once every week for the next 3 months. And then once that becomes easy and it feels like it's just a part of your normal day life, like brushing your teeth, then go to the gym 2 times per week and then do that for 3 months, then 3 times and 4 times and so on and so forth. And I would also recommend just focusing on one new habit at a time. You can try doing a few at a time, but usually you'll end up exactly like Tom. But if you really do feel like you can take on more, then go for it. But the key thing here is to always stay committed. It's really important to never ever go back in your commitments, because if you cannot honor your commitments, you simply won't get to where you want to go in life. Creating great habits is kind of like building a house. Imagine that all of your habits are like bricks that you stack on top of one another, and the commitment is like the glue that holds all the bricks in place. It's kind of fun and easy in a way to just kind of stack up bricks on top of one another, and then we imagine this amazing looking house that we are going to build. But without the glue, without the cement, that house will inevitably fall, and you will probably end up exactly where you left off. And this is something that I personally have done so many times in my past. So take your time and be precise with every single brick, and eventually you will build that amazing looking house that will withstand a lifetime. Check out my last video about the real
that I asked a guy who wanted to change his life, who wanted a better future, who was ready. So I asked him, how much money have you saved in the last 6 months? The story goes. And he said, none. How many books have you read, to improve yourself, to learn some stuff? He says, none. I said, well, how many classes have you taken, training online to improve your skills, to maybe learn a new skill? He says, none. I said, well, in the last 90 days, how many times have you gone for a walk? Maybe a jog? He says, well, none. Okay. Well, how about in the last 90 days? How many church services have you gone to? At least every Sunday, right? None. I said, all right, well, how about in the last 90 days? How many times have you told your spouse, I love you? For those of us that are married. Or your mom. Or somebody. He said, I haven't. I said, who saw you on that plan? See, it's the little things, the little bricks. It's the little things. That's how this stuff works. I didn't know that. Once I understood that, I started laying my little bricks. That's what I started doing. In prison. Most people in prison, you know what they say? When I get out. That's what they say in prison. When I get out. Man, I learned, man. No, that doesn't work. When I get out. So, let's close. By the way, before we close, every time we come in here, I pass around a donate bucket. I brought my donation today. Que siempre se me olvida. And this is just to support what we do here. And if you're new or you don't have $1 or 50 cents or anything, that's fine. That's no problem. But does anybody want to comment before I move on? Question. Who saw you on that plan? So let's close very quickly with pinpointing some new habits, yeah? There's 3 things we need to keep in mind when we're out to change our lives. There are 3 ingredients you need. You need vision, you're going to need a plan. You're going to need a vision, a plan, and you're going to need some action. Right? For many of us, it's like, we have a vision, we want to change our life, and we give our life to God, we go to church, we do something, right? We have something, but you have to have a vision, you have to have something. So you take action. But then you have to have a plan. So let's start first with a vision. What kind of lifestyle would you like? Let's think about that for a minute. Remember, in order to change our lifestyle, we need to change what? Habits. So let's think about this. We're going to have to interact here a little bit. Let's just throw up some things. What in your life would you like to change? Or, so nobody put you on the spot, let's talk about your friend. What is he or she, do you think she needs to do to make some changes in her life? Okay, walking. So in other words, a better health? Okay, so let's say one of the visions is better health. For your friend. Yes, I got it, health. Okay. Anybody, is there another one? Maybe you guys, maybe there's something about your character you need to change. Maybe there's habits you need to change. Read more, but what for? Okay, personal growth. He wants more personal growth. He wants to grow. Okay? In other words, what is the thing you want to change? Okay. That's good. Word procrastination. How about who wants to lose a bad habit? Yeah? Like smoking or cussing or pornography. Right? Bad habit. So let's use those things. Okay, listen, how about this? More money. Okay, more money. Okay, so we got some things, right? So say your friend wants better health, right? Or they want to deal with their procrastination, right? Or they want to deal with their bad smoking habit, bad cussing habit, bad pornography habit, right? Your friend. Or they want more money. Those are the things you want. That is a better lifestyle. That's what's going to bring a better lifestyle. Yeah? Okay. So that's the vision. Man, I need to be in better health. I'm going to stop procrastinating. That's the vision. I'm going to stop these bad habits. That's the vision. I'm going to save money. So that's the vision. All right? So what's the plan? Glad you asked. What is the plan? In other words, what is the habit? And I just want you to work on one for this week, because next week you're going to come and tell me how you did. And don't skip because you messed up. Remember, choose a change. Because I'm assuming you're here because you want to change. You want a better life. You want a better future. Right? And there's more to what I'm sharing here. This is just one part, one small part. One small part. It's a puzzle. You start building it. So what's the plan? So you want to stay healthier. Let's go with a healthy one. What's the one thing you can start doing for better health? Okay. What in the world? Look, no. But check this out. Stop eating pastries. So here's the deal. Because I'm actually working on this. My friend, wants to lose a little bit of weight, lose a little bit of stomach. So he's been talking to his wife. And we talk about we need to stay away from pastries. He talked about so stay away from sugars. So then the habit that he's going to try to change is staying away from pastries, sugars. Just one day at a time. That's the new habit. So now you have a vision. You have a habit. Okay, boom. How about this one? Start walking. Just start walking. So we're talking about better health. So one habit you can start is deleting some food from your diet. Just one. I'm telling you, it works. I stopped drinking sugar with my coffee, and that alone, just that alone, has kept me down a little bit. I mean, my friend. I'm serious. And I just started by little. Walking. I started years ago. I'm talking about over 10 years ago. I knew I needed to start exercise. I knew that. But I didn't want to. I didn't like to. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to walk. I don't want to exercise this. Or who? Am I the only one? Come on, help me out, man. There you go. Thank you, Frank. But I learned this concept of just one thing. Okay, start walking. But getting started is so hard, right? So let me help you out and tell you how I did it. So that, remember, we're talking about health. The vision is a better health. Just one habit. We got the sugar, and now you don't have to do both at the same time, just one at a time. What I did, because I learned this idea called the power of showing up, or the art of showing up. I heard this in a YouTube video training. He said, what you have to learn is all you have to do is learn the power of showing up. It's powerful. He says, it's not so much the walking. Don't worry about the walking yet. Just show up. Forget the walking. But just say in your mind you're going to walk, and you just show up. Okay, I can do that. He said, what he said? He said, put your shorts and your tennies next to your bed. In the morning when you wake up just 5 minutes before you wake up usually. When the alarm rings, turn around, put your shorts on, don't even go pee. Nada. You just go outside, walk around your house, then go pee. And then go back to sleep. Really? That was a good, I can go back to sleep. Yeah, go back to sleep. But then do that the next day again. And the next day. The power of showing up. Guess what? After a week, I was going around a couple of times. Yeah? After a month, I was going around the block. I didn't go back to sleep no more. After about 3 or 4 months, I was walking few blocks. You know where I live, right? Within 6 months, I was going to the courthouse and back. And that's what I do now. Just walking. That's all I do. I'm telling you. How do you think I get so... But do you all get that? Powerful stuff. And you start building a lifestyle. Powerful stuff, right? Okay, so we got that. Procrastination. Oh, okay, wait. That's the plan is to start getting up every morning. The plan is to, and the action is to show up. Right? We have a plan. Okay, every morning I'm going to get up, and the action is getting up and walking. That's it. Procrastination. What can you do when you want to procrastinate? What is a good thing we procrastinate on? Well, health. Let's use the same thing. We procrastinate on it. Just learn the art of showing up. Just show up for 1 minute, 30 seconds. It doesn't matter, but show up every day. Yes, sir. Mike, where's Mike? Mike, where?
I procrastinate on giving payments. Yeah.
That's why they invented auto-pay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah.
They knew about people like you.
Yeah,
I mean, like us.
So that's really cool that you said the art of showing up. I never really put any thought into it, but you know, like I was telling TJ the other day, I said, you know, the key to change, man, like you just gotta come to church. Is what I said. You just gotta come. You gotta come, and so it's basically what you're saying, showing up. And so there's gonna be some days that you forgot to put the sugar still, you messed up, you slipped or whatever, but you gotta show up. You know, when I got saved, I was coming for 3 months, and I mean, everybody knows, a lot of people know, you know, I was still hooked on prescription medication, but I would show up every single time, and slowly but surely, you know, over time, things begin to change. And now you look at my life now, and you wouldn't even recognize, you know, and so that's powerful. Just the key of showing up.
As far as you know, how you talked about showing up, a part where I struggled in procrastinating was getting up in the morning. Yeah, I mean, you snooze like 5-6 times, right? But even then, like, what they say is the best way to defeat that is when your alarm just boom, just get up, you just show up. You know, that. Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's easy just to snooze it once, twice, 3 times. Yeah. And yeah, and so that's the best way is just not to snooze it, but just get up. And they say you have to get up, not just okay, I'm awake and not lay down. No, you have to get up off your bed, and that's the art of showing up.
We gotta use the snooze.
We'll just real quick. Your phone far away.
Oh man.
That way you gotta get up.
I already tried that.
You tried it? I haven't had to try it, but I heard about it.
Is it? All right, let's move on, guys, because we're getting late. Does anybody else have any questions or comments? No? So then, so you all got this, right? What is it that you want to do? Make a plan and take action. Bad habits. Say, let's you know, smoking. And that's a bad habit. If you were smoking a pack a day, smoke half a pack. You know, I mean, just something, but make a plan. In other words, the idea here is that now you're focused on something. Okay, changing your life. Your spiritual life. There's a lot of new people that came to church. If we can just teach them, what do we tell them? Just show up. That's it. Don't worry about how you show up. Don't even take a shower if you don't want to. Just show up. Because that's how it works. Because there's something spiritual about this. There's a spiritual dynamic, if you may, that's happening. And it's really psychological. It's spiritual. You just have to show up. And money. There's a huge one. They teach us this in church. I'm so grateful. Years ago, I don't know where I learned it, but I learned it years ago. I knew that I was supposed to give. Most people know that. They give. But when most people give, you give out of guilt. That's how I used to say, I have to give. So I give out of guilt. But my point is, 10%. We learn to give. If you can't give 10%, give 1%. If you can't give 1%, give 0.5%. But just give. The art of showing up. Every Sunday. Save. There's a rule, and I'll close with this, that I learned about saving money. And we'll close with money. Everybody likes money, right? Okay. I was taught something called the 10-10-10 rule. And I actually do it. If you do this, you will be financially stable. You will. You will get financially stable. And you can get rich. I'm not there yet. I'm just financially stable. But I'm moving forward. So it works. What 10-10 means is you give 10%, you save 10%, and you invest 10%. You give 10%, you save 10%, and you invest 10%. Now, most of us understand the savings, right? The giving, 10%. Out of $100, $10. Most of us understand the saving, right? Yeah, okay, save. But where I got confused was the investing. Because when I thought of investment, I thought of, stocks and bonds and whatever else things, a lot of money. No. Not only do you invest for money, investment of your time. Like what you're doing now. Investment of your skill. Investment of your time, meaning taking 5 minutes to walk. Taking 5 minutes to read. Taking 5 minutes to not smoke. Taking 5 minutes not to click on that. Taking 5 minutes, you see, it's an investment of time. Investment of effort. An investment of, you fill in the blank. So, say you do invest money. Invest in a book, not in a pack of cigarettes. Invest in a program, in a gym for your health. It's an investment in yourself. Can you see that? But you start thinking about this, and you start learning to better manage. And let me tell you, I'm not that great at that. I'm still learning. But now I'm aware. And I start putting these things into perspective. I'm starting to build a better lifestyle. Amen? So, did that help anybody? We're good? So you decide what you're going to work on this week. Anybody want to dare to tell me what you're going to work on? So I can write it down. So here's the deal. I haven't done this in a while. It's interesting. Today's the most people we've had in a while. One of the things, in order to be successful in the commitment, he talked about commitment. You have to be committed to change. You have to commit it to wanting something better. You have to commit it to a better life. You have to be committed. So, one of the things that I've learned is being challenged. I have what I call the Choose the Change 90-day challenge to succeed. So, I want to challenge anybody here today. I'm going to put you on the spot. Maybe you've been coming. But you know what? You're going to challenge yourself to something today. Starting today, I'm going to challenge you to come to Choose a Change every day, every Thursday. Because the idea is that we have to change what? In order to change? Okay. So check out what this says. And if you want one, you're welcome to have one. This is what I call the 90-day challenge to succeed. In other words, here's what I tell people. Give me 90 days. Just give me 90 days of your life. Meaning, let me tell you what to do for the next 90 days. And if it doesn't work for you, go back to your loser life. Back to your life. Just go back. No problem. It'd be waiting for you. No problem. Right? So here's the challenge. And I have it right here. It says, I, Orlando Salinas, commit to this 90-day challenge, and I agree to the following conditions. I will make no excuses and will take full responsibility of my actions. By committing to this mentoring program, I am saying that I am ready to change my life, and I will do whatever it takes to do so. I will follow the advice of my mentor, that would be me, to the best of my ability. Just show up. I understand that it is not my mentor's responsibility to keep up with me, but that it's my responsibility to keep up with my mentor. In other words, you show up. And thirdly, I believe in ACDC. Accountability, consistency, discipline, and commitment are the keys to success in any area of life. So those are the conditions. And here is your commitment. Number one, just 3 things. Number one, I will call my mentor, text my mentor every day. Good morning, have a great day. Before 9 a.m., after you have read a proverb. Yeah? Putting some things there together. Putting some little blocks every day. Just show up. So I have to, is that pretty easy? Text, oh man, it's 9, let me read this. Text me. Have a great day, God bless you, brother. Simple stuff, right? Number 2, show up. Every Sunday morning, every Sunday evening, and choose every Wednesday, and choose the change. That's 4 events a week. So somebody once told me, well, 4 times a week? He said, and he was a drug addict. And he said, 4 times a week? I said, did you use 4 times a week? I said, I did more than that. Okay, so what's the problem? You were committed. That's what it takes. What's the problem? So, just show up 4 times a week. You want to change your life, right? The idea is it's a challenge. And then it's really simple. And then come to choose the change every single Thursday, which is the same thing, what I just showed you. That's it. And then you just sign it and you date it. See what this does? I learned that this is what we need. A lot of people need to be challenged. I needed to be challenged. I know if this would have offered to me and things were like this similar were offered to me in prison, I took it. I said, I want a challenge. So they're here. So if you're interested, talk to me after Choose the Change, and we'll make it happen. Sign it in blood. Nomás te corta aquí. Como dijo el brother. Guys, that's all I have tonight, man. I hope that helped you. Thank you for watching us online. Remember to like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see you every single Thursday at 7 p.m. here. Thank you for coming. See you later. Boom. Done.